It's me, and welcome back. Welcome to a new game. So, quick backstory. My Minecraft series failed. It's sort of my fault, but not really. My secondary monitor that I was using kept crashing my computer, which would revert my Minecraft save data. And it just led to all sorts of problems. I had to cancel that. But I'm back now, and as you can see, I'm in a different place. This is my college dorm. It had to happen eventually. Today I'm bringing to you a new game on the channel, Myst. Now this is a game I played a lot as a kid. And this is the second time I'm getting to play it today because my audio wasn't working on my first recording attempt, which was fun. This is a game, well, I didn't really play it much as a child, but my dad did, and I was there. It's a relatively old game. This is a 2014 release, so it's quite new. This is called realMyst, this one. It's a point-to-click. Well, this version is movement controls, but you can be in point-to-click. You know what? I'm going to turn on the point-to-click mode. Why not? Let's turn on classic Myst, yeah. Oh, see, point-to-click. Point-to-click adventure game. Okay, we're not doing that because I don't know how to control the camera. Where you... Well, I'm not going to explain it. It's a mystery. It's a puzzle game. And I know puzzle games aren't really great for replayability, and I did say I played this before. I don't remember any of the puzzles. It's been a while since I played it. And also the puzzles are really hard. Some of them. Some of them are fairly easy. Some of them are pretty hard. So, let's get started. I'll talk a little bit about the game while I play, because I know a bit about it. It was developed by Cyan Worlds. The original came out in the 80s or 90s, one of the two. And is one of the very first point-to-click puzzle adventure games, and it was the most popular game in its year for PC, and defined the genre. Alright, let's get into it. Topographical extrusion chest, 40. Marker switch diagram, 47. Water turbulent pool, 67. So we're on 67 now. Now I know some of the puzzles from the early part of the game. Some of the later ones I am less aware of. So that's the water turbulent pool. Whoops. No, there we go. Marker switch diagram. There's the marker switch. Cool. I'll turn the audio down a bit more. Well, the thing is, the voices are not that loud. There are voices in this game. As you'll see, pretty interesting. There's something kind of cool about this game, though. And I love this game. I love this series. There are 5 games in the Myst series, plus 2 others in a extended Uru series. And this is the first one. And if this does well, which it won't because my channel has like 5 people who like it, and I haven't uploaded in like a year and a half. There's the island. Maybe I'll play Riven, which is the second game in the series, and in my opinion, slightly better than this game, but not by much. Alright, so, sensor marker. Probably want to be on, yeah? Gear. Big gear. And I'm not playing through the entire game today. It is rather long. When I played it last, it took me a few months to beat it. It won't take me that long this time, because I'll be playing it in larger sessions. Catherine, I have left you a message of utmost importance in our chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to receive the message. Yours, Atrus. Alright, so I guess we go do that. Oh wait, I don't know the amount of... I mean, I do, because I played it, but I want to count them. So, 1, 2... motion... No, it's moving really fast. I'm going to turn down look speed. Just a bit, so I don't give you all... I don't know, seizures or something. On. So that's 3. There's a 4th here. A 5th over there, which I'll go turn on. I didn't get very far in my first recording attempt. 6. 7. And then there's an 8th one on that island. Okay, so it's 8. The good thing about this having actually moving controls instead of point to click like the older games is I can do speedrun skips like that. Well, it's not a speedrun skip, just skip some of the terrain. So, 08.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine is one of our sons. I suspect agony, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return.
There are no
If you've forgotten
subtitles.
the access keys. Remember the tower rotation.
With the tower
Don't worry,
rotation.
Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
So, for access keys, remember the tower rotation. Okay. So he's hidden the books. Now, you guys didn't get to see the intro cinematic because I had to start the recording while I was playing. But basically, what happened was a book fell from the sky, and then I went over and grabbed it and opened it, and it showed like a video of this island, and then I appeared here. Alright, so let's go in here first. This is the first building. There's a ship in the water, but we couldn't get in there. Alright, so press the button. I think the door auto closes. Yep. Sit down in the chair, and this is a star map. So can I put in February 39? I can put in February 31st. That's not how that works. Oh yeah, and this goes from 1 to 9,999, by the way. February 29th. Well, that might not even be a real date. That. Ah, some sort of constellation there. Interesting. I wasn't actually expecting there to be anything. But like, it's cool in 3D and... Oh, where's the door? There's the door. Alright. So, I guess we go in here now. 2 books, 2 paintings, and a chimney. Oh, whoops. Button. More button. Strange button. Okay. So I don't think that's of use right now. I don't have any sort of code. Alright. Page into book.
Serious? Is that you? Are you? See you. You know. Help me. Bring me blue pages. Never, never. Pages. I must have the blue page. Bring them to me.
Well, he seems completely stable. Red book.
Why? Bring me a red page. I can't see. need a red cage. You must bring. I beg of bring. Shh. Help. I am serious.
Serious.
Give enough. There is one thing I can rescue.
And he doesn't seem suspicious at all. If you can tell, I'm being facetious. Alright, so there's some books here. 4 books. Ooh, and some burnt books, which I don't mean to click on. Stone Ship Age, the Channelwood Age, the Selentic Age, Age of Mist, not Selentic, Selenetic, and there isn't a crouch. What is this one called? Rhyme. Okay, so the Age of Rhyme. Those are the 4 books, I think. Am I not sure there's a 5th book? Because I know there's another age in this game. Oh, here we go. No, not that one. The one next to it. That one. The Age of... Well, it doesn't say. But I'm going to tell you that is called the Mechanical Age. Alright. Lot of reading. I don't want to have to read all of these. But we're going to at least read one of them. I'll read Channelwood. I have called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passages are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, as they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a few monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. The response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village level, approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared to be even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader was a very old human. At least, to some extent, he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise! This creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter I was given a bed, with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me that he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and the tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees where they gradually died out. Maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I'm not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me. Although many of the details are very unclear in my mind, I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own, yet the old man believes the truth of this story as if he had been there. And the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and sleep. He then said, we had expected you to come sooner. These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then knelt before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while, he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door off of the narrow path high into the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen into a lower level of walkway and carry it away. He was, laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I've decided to return home for a short while. I've also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light towards the horizon, it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel here to discover its source, if they have the means. I have returned with many tools that I will need for the construction of the lighthouse. I have decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we were building on seems to not be as secure as I was like. I had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished, and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse, and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I've set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art, that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could ever have written. I think... Oh, whoops. There's a diagram of Stone Ship Age. I think of this age as a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has been changed so much that it is indeed a surprise. Besides, I have another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I've since called the Stone Ship Age. After returning, I did not believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I don't recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years and that the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials that they have discovered. It seems they have even found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms on the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they had tried their very best to keep it so. Yeah, I've noticed that the entire rock it is built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a successful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like in another 10 years. Constellations. Remember that book we heard? This might be useful. Alright, so that's Stone Ship and Channelwood. I'll read next episode. Well, next time we're here, I'll read the Selenetic Age and Mechanical and maybe Rhyme too. This is gonna be a long. Let me check the time on the episode. 28 minutes. That's fine. I'm planning on going for a while. So we are going to move forward. So we have constellations, right? And we have a place where we can input star dates. Pretty obvious to me. What does this do? That's what that does. This is the tower, it must be. Okay. Close the door. Press the button. And we have arrived at tower? Ladder? There's nothing up here. Fun. Ladder? Nothing up here. Also fun. There was that picture downstairs that said tower rotation, so I'm gonna go and look at that, and I think that's how I rotate the tower. By that I mean I know that's how I rotate the tower. I like how it won't let you go downstairs with the door open. That's very fun. And very safe. Very safe. Is there anything over here? No. So. What happens if I point it at the stone ship? Or the ship in general? Oh, there's like a window now. It was blocked before. Wait, what? Ah! Oh, that's, that doesn't look right. There was a window. Oh. Okay, something's very wrong here. Ooh. What's this? So, one thing you'll learn about this game, and it's something I forgot about. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. One thing that I forgot to mention about this game is this is one of the very few games I've ever seen where you need to take notes IRL. So, this here, I'm gonna write down October. I have my MacBook next to me, not sponsored. I don't know why it would be. 1984, 10:04 a.m. January 17, 12:07. Oh, whoops. 5:46 a.m. and November 23rd, 9791 at 6:57 p.m. Okay, now we had, so that's got to align with the constellations. That's got to align. As you can tell, I kind of know this. The puzzles that we're going to be seeing later, I'm not fully aware of. I know this puzzle specifically. This is like the only one in the entire game that I know how to do off the top of my head because I've done it so many times. But I still don't exactly. So I think we have to go to the other place. So I need to open. How do I open this again? Oh, it's here. There we go. Don't know why they just can't be open at the same time. Bit weird. Atris, as you'll learn, is not the best architect. He makes some strange decisions. Whoops. Alright, so. October 11th. Uh, 1984. Literally 1984, am I right? At 10:04 a.m. Okay. I don't know how to I can't draw that on my notes because I'm using a MacBook for notes. I guess I could open Freeform. I don't think that's how Freeform works. Hello. I have returned instead with a physical notebook and a pen. So, yeah. So let me draw this. So it's there, 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 there. About. Alright, so that's the first one. January 17th. 12:07. So let's go do this one now. Oh, this is gonna take a while. That's probably gonna take less time. At 5:46 a.m. Am I sure that's right? That doesn't look like it's right. I guess it is. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put a box around each one so I don't get them confused. And then November 23rd, 9791. Imagine if we had star charts that go that far into the future. That'd be crazy. At 6:57 p.m. I got an achievement for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Alright, so I have the 3 star things. Let's go back to do the constellations. And then we'll have finished the singular puzzle I know how to do in this entire game. Some of it. Oh look, it's getting late. Yeah, that's accurate. I didn't know there was a day-night cycle in this game. Okay, so it's in the Stone Ship Age. So yeah, I did have to read Stone Ship, which nice that I did, or I at least had to go to the back of it. All right, so the ones we're looking at, not that one, that one, snake, snake. Write that in my notes. Beetle. Leaf. Cool. All right, leaf, snake, beetle. If you saw, there were these things over here that have these emblems on it. So let's turn on snake, beetle, leaf. Aha! I don't know how that works. I got another achievement. But we have a ship we can walk on. Has the same pattern as the book, by the way. Kind of interesting. There's a book here. What happens if I click it? Welcome to the Stone Ship Age. We're here. We're at Stone Ship, as you can tell. Now, this one has some hard puzzles. There's a lighthouse there. There's half of the ship here. Half of the ship here. Go up here. Telescope. Can I see out in the sky like Atris said? He said there were lights on the sky. I guess there aren't now. There's a door, but it's flooded. There's a way that way, but it's also flooded. And then there are some buttons here. Oh. Oh, it's a pump. Cool. I should have a flashlight in this game. Button. This is an opulent room. That thing defies the laws of physics. Yeah, it's probably not good. A syringe, some pills, a bunch of liquids. Yeah, it's probably not the best thing ever. Opulent bed, some globes. I love globes. I'm a geography major. They don't seem to be of any planets that I'm familiar with. It's not Earth. It's also really loud. Even from over here. Ooh, red page. So that's Sirius's page. Bunch of like silverware and stuff. Alright, so that's down there. I've been playing a lot of Phasmophobia lately, and having infinite sprite is so nice. Okay. Why does it want me to use the red page? Try this generator. Yep, down here. That's what I thought it was gonna be. Oh man, is it dark. that some sort of weird jellyfish? I think they are jellyfish. Oh, there's fish in there. It's like a underwater observatory. Those are always cool. Any Minecrafter knows an underwater observatory is amazing. There's a weird, like, thing over there. And I cannot see what's going on this way. I'm gonna get out of here. It's really dark. It really wants me to use this red page on something. But I'm not going to. Not yet, anyway. Alright, that one's still filled, so I guess it's the other button. Huh. Oh, wait, no. Wait, no. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the middle button still. Maybe the middle button does both. I was actually, like, mistaken there. Yeah, okay, middle button does both. Fascinating. Oh god. This doesn't look so great. That's a human ribcage, isn't it? And this is what made me stop playing the game as a kid. Yeah, that's a human ribcage. Strange masks. Rose skull. What does that say? Not much of anything. There's a paper here. I should write what that says. And then when I find the other half, I'll add it on. Marker. Swit. I think it says that. The vault is locat. So in the newer versions, they give you a camera. The island of, I think that's gonna say Myst. I'm listening to write down Myst. Achieved very ease instructions are follow each of the marker something turn every one. I think that looks like an O to me. O on position then as a final step to there to the. Okay. So if I find another piece of paper, I'll write the other half of it. I'll be honest, no idea where that is. even with the fact I've played this game before, no idea where that piece of paper is. More maps. Very old maps. That looks like something out of Skyrim. Just a lot of maps. I did see the blue page over here. This room is cool. Terrifying, but cool. One of my D&D characters, I play a lot of D&D now. I didn't when I posted recent videos, my most recent videos. I made his theme song be this room's theme song. You can kind of tell the kind of character he is because of that. I think I'm gonna return to the surface, and then oh, it's very stormy. I'm going to go check out the lighthouse, but then I think I'm going to call it quits for episode 1. So there's a chain, there's some water, and there's a locked door. Excellent. Well, let me see how much time we have. How long have I been going? 50 minutes, give or take a couple of breaks when I had to grab stuff. Getting it back in frame. I think that is a good stopping point. I'm gonna go up to the top of the island and we'll stop there. Hopefully it doesn't keep raining. So, save the game. I'll see you next time. This has been General Play with Miss. In one of some of the puzzles I know here. And then we're completely free. I might remember a few of them as we go. That's true. As of now, we've done what I know from the game, from what I remember from my first playthrough and subsequent attempts to play through this game. This game is hard. This age in particular is where I quit a lot, 'cause this one is hard. But I'm excited to play this game more. And we'll see where this goes. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.